With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And some room to work.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Pickett. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 44. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Pickett sets up play action.
Rolling to his left.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Deontay Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On the return is Peterson. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Shoves him aside. They pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. Escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On second down, this is Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're pretty...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the... Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Pickett back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Calvin Austin, 28 yards. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And even 100 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. That went down the field for Freiermuth. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. 13. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Finding space at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Jackson off the bootleg. And he's got this to... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
from 3 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And running with power here.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Being chased out left.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Now Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Pickett now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Jackson going to shift him around. To throw is Jackson on 1st down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Pickett will look to throw it here. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, here's Mitchell. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
That is caught.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jackson now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, Jackson.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need...
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Darnell Washington.
A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd and 7. Pickett.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh.